everybody. Welcome. Boy, we've got a great show for you. This Friday, Delaware Park and the Albright Knox Art Gallery is the setting, a beautiful setting, I may add, for the 4th annual Buffalo Book Fair. It is free and open to everyone, and everything from activities for kids to meeting and greeting authors is planned. Well, here to tell us more, we have two very special guests. We have author Kayla Perrin and illustrator Shane Evans, who are here, who will be there meeting their fans. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Very, very nice to have you here.
Appreciate
Kayla,
it.
we're very excited. You brought a couple of your books, but prolific writer.
Yes.
Yeah. How long have you been telling stories?
I've been telling stories since I could tell stories as a child, and I started writing as soon as I could hold a pencil, and even sent my first book to a publisher when I was 13.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I just knew in my entire life this is what I wanted to do, so I'm excited that I'm able to do it.
Kayla, do you hear from a lot of your fans? It's so easy now with email, and and a lot of authors will put their email on the back of a book saying, tell me what you think, or do you have any ideas, or whatever. What do people say to you when they get to meet you in person?
Well, I do hear from a lot of my fans, and a lot of my fans are right here in Buffalo. And We'll Never Tell is actually set in Buffalo, which I did as a response to my fans here who said, Kayla, set a book in Buffalo. So that's We'll Never Tell, and it's a suspense story. And a lot of it takes place right down around downtown Buffalo with the crime that happens in the story.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I always get great feedback. With Single Mama Drama, which is my newest book, the most feedback I've gotten is, when is part 2 coming?
Oh, boy.
Because I left it off with a deliberate cliffhanger the first time I've done that.
Well, that's how you know people are paying attention.
Yeah, and people are like, when is the next book coming out? I need to know a date. So it's fun. I love to hear from my readers.
Great. And you're from Hamilton, so you're from not too far away.
That's right. I'm here all the time.
We have all our Hamilton viewers who are watching. Now, Kayla, will you have books there for people to purchase?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so books will be there. And, of course, if you want to bring your own copy, if you've already purchased one and you love the read, come have Kayla autograph it for you, right?
I'll be at the Barnes & Noble tent, I guess, signing books.
Beautiful.
I'll have them.
Well, that's what we love about this, and I understand over 4,000 people are expected. It's terrific. So Shane, I'm sorry, I got it wrong again. It's Shane, right?
Correct.
You are going to be busy, and you are an illustrator, and I think a lot of people who love art, who get inspired by watching the different illustrations in books, I think might be interested to know that when you're doing a different book, your style might be totally different.
Yeah, I think it's, I find myself maybe in a unique place that I am reaching out to a variety of styles. I have a pretty varied background in the arts. I worked at Hallmark. I actually went to school at Buffalo Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts.
All right, another Buffalo, hooray, we love that.
So I've been doing art since a little wee child. So I think that I've always been able to kind of grab whatever tool I need to tell whatever story needs to be told. So in the book world, it's translated to a variety of looks and feels, which is a little bit odd, I think, in the world of children's books, as most have one style that they kind of maintain throughout their career. So,
well, let me ask you, Shane, when you have to read a book, does the character start to come to you, whether it's a warm and fuzzy character or it's a scruffy character?
Some books jump out to me with bigger images than others, so I generally know immediately when I pick up a manuscript what's going to happen. So I'll read it through once, images will pop up, I'll read it through again and start to create images in the margins of the paper. So it kind of comes organic. If the book is a little bit trickier, I'll have to read it, set it down, and maybe take a week to kind of develop things out a little bit.
Do you now have authors who are sending their material to you to say, I love your art, what can you do for this?
Yeah, I am. Actually, I just got a request from Holly Robinson Pete. They have
she's wonderful. She did one of our telethons one year.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Well, she has a really wonderful story to tell about her family, and so she reached out through Scholastic to come to me about doing a project. So I am starting to find that, but generally speaking, the publishers are finding me with a manuscript that they think is going to fit my imagery. So.
Well, I bet we're going to have a lot of people who are interested in just the, not the how-tos, but what life is like when you do this. Now, Shane, do you sit for 8 hours a day and say, this is what I'm going to do, and I work from home? I mean, how does it, what's your day like doing this professionally?
Well, and it is, that's a good term right there. I do with this professionally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people might think, oh, I get up and have fun, which I do,
Right.
which is great.
Yeah.
But actually, I opened up I live in Kansas City now. I opened up a studio and a gallery. So where I was in my home working for a lot of years, now I actually leave my house and go into this studio and work every day. And I try to maintain a schedule, like a 9 to 5, but generally speaking for myself, I like to work in the later hours. So fortunately, I have this space to go to because I get there at like a 10 and maybe work till a 3, you know.
Not bad, not bad. Kayla, what about you? What's your writing day like? You know, as a writer, are you disciplined where you say, I've got so many hours and I have to get away from home as well?
Discipline. Is there such a word? You know, I'm like Shane in that I prefer to write at night, but I'm also now a mother.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
It's very hard to actually get the time to write at night and then have to be up in the morning. I wish I had a studio or somewhere to go to, because I find, you know, you work at home and it's a blessing and a curse. You work at home, well, I just have to do this first.
Right.
I just have to do that.
Just throw the laundry
phone's ringing.
in. Yeah.
Exactly. And you don't always get as much done. So I've found lately, if I go to Starbucks or a cafe somewhere with my laptop, I'll get a lot more done.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I have coffee, and you know, the noise around me doesn't bother me. I just tune in on my work.
I would imagine at a book fair you would have people ask you what life is like now, because we have a lot of people who are budding writers still looking to get published, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But you're kind of past that hurdle. You're now both successful in what you do. People would want to know, well, what would my life be like, you know what I mean, if I get to do this? And I think it's really cool. I mean, I think you're going to have a lot of questions from kids who say, this is great because I love to draw. Here is another way I can express my art, or I love to write. And if I can be lucky enough to have a wonderful book and people want to read it, to have a life doing that, and it's great.
It's amazing.
You're role models, really, for an awful lot of people whose dream is to do what you do.
Which is great, because I didn't see people doing what I did when I was young, and I always knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't realize I could. And then I met people as I grew older and realized, this is something that I can actually do, make my passion my work. There's nothing better.
So if you're going to write a sequel to this, is this...
Here it is.
Here it is. Wow, Single Mama got more drama.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And that comes out in December.
Now, is the mama part because you're a mom too?
Yes, partly. Although what she goes through is a lot different than what I go through on a daily basis.
So you just had to live vicariously through this person. Okay, you take the drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Let her have the drama.
Live it through you.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, Shane, what you do is fabulous. Take a look. These are the books that Shane has illustrated, and I'm sure it's just a few of the many. But we want to let everybody know that this is a book fair where everybody is invited. There will be vendors. There will be panel discussions. Of course, there's going to be signings. For teachers, it's a great opportunity to come and see the latest books out to pick for your class. These are great gift ideas. It's not too soon to start thinking about giving a child a book for Christmas and beyond. Hey, even summer reading. The Buffalo Book Fair. We have so many wonderful guests coming into town. It's Friday from noon to 10, right there at the Albright Knox Art Gallery. Right outside, they'll have some tents set up on Elmwood Avenue. Go 881-6066, and you can log on to buffalobookfair.com. Find out who the authors are, the illustrators, the vendors. You can get all the information on the website. Congratulations on your success. And thanks for coming in to talk with us today.
Thank you.
Best of luck. All right, everybody. Promotional consideration provided by the Buffalo Book Fair. Join us for a celebration of reading, literacy, and Buffalo's history at the Buffalo Book Fair, Friday, July 18th, noon until 10 at the pastoral setting of Delaware Park in the Albright Knox Art Gallery. This year's event features activities for all ages, author readings and book signings from a wide variety of authors, interactive children's activities, seminars and panel discussions, and numerous vendors. The Buffalo Book Fair is free and open to the public. Experience the best of Buffalo at the Buffalo Book Fair. For information, visit buffalobookfair.com.
Just what you're looking for.
Just announced, it's Basil Ford's Model Year-End Clearance Event. Now until Sunday. Escape starting at only $157 a month. A and C plan customers just $118 a month. That's right. Save thousands on the 25-mile-per-gallon Ford Escape. Plus, only